Research and Development Institute, MARDI, Digital Economy Corporation, or MDEC, under the Ministry of Digital and Communication. We have private sector, Aerodyne Group. They are also our official drone partner. Malaysia Technology Development Corporation. This is another important national organization responsible to ensure that technology adoption in this morning, the presentation from Maxis representative, and also Malaysian Productivity Corporation under the Ministry of, or MITI, Ministry of Investment, Trade and Industry, Malaysia. I have also other name here, it's a long list actually. From private sector, we have this, what you call PS Food and Beverage, strongly supported. But I wish to take this opportunity to express our appreciation to all the sponsors and supporters from government-linked companies that I have mentioned earlier. The theme of the event, as you can see in front here, is making farming attractive again. Yeah? This is a theme that we are trying to promote because we believe that due to a lot of progress globally, regionally, and nationally, a lot of people bypassing the farming sector in the country, especially in Malaysia. This is the reason that our food sufficiency level for some subsectors of the food industry is still over-dependent on export. So this is, we believe, need to be corrected. There we have the new theme, making farming attractive again, especially for the young farmers. ASF 23 focuses strategically to address the long-term challenges that all of us are facing as a country and also as individual consumer, that food security is the main issue. As you are well aware, food security encompassing three main elements. You have heard this many times. Number one is about availability of food. We have to ensure that the foods are available. Malaysian here, I'm sure you know, we have problems of supply of eggs, chickens. Even now, currently, we have problems of availability of rice. Yeah? So we have to ensure under food security banner that food is enough in the country. Second issue under food security is affordability of food. You can have a lot of food, but you have to make sure that it's affordable to everyone. Every level of the society must be able to have access to the food and can afford to buy it or to consume it. The third one, this is very important, Mr. Ravi has mentioned about food on that issue. So these are the three elements that we are trying to focus. There are our basic necessity and we should not be denied or being deprived from in a sustainable manner. The situation has become more serious and complex when the challenges related to ESG is being introduced now. This is an issue now because we cannot simply produce anything that we like. If you want to export without ESG compliant, our export will be denied, even to neighboring countries like Singapore. ASF 23 is about showcasing and providing a conducive ecosystem as a main catalyst towards the ease of doing business for this sector. Malaysia is always, even the Prime Minister in his speech, many times he highlighted about promoting the ease of doing business. In other words, we have to make sure that if you are an entrepreneur, if you are a businessman, if you are farmers, and in Malaysia, we are talking about smallholders, low land. We have a little bit of high land available for some farmers, but not everyone has access to that piece of land. It's very expensive. So for low land and small farmers, this is our target for the country. The irony is, while the farmers are being entrusted to produce food for us, they themselves are trapped in a low-income category. They are responsible to produce food for us, but they themselves are having low income category of people. So this is the issue that I think not only the government, but all of us, all the stakeholders in the country have to ensure that the people who are responsible for us should also be taken care of. ASF 23 is about showcasing, I already mentioned, and the common element or the common denominator in this equation is technology. There's no two way about it. It has to be a technology as a common denominator. We believe that the application of successful and proven technology from end to end will transform the farming sector in this country. Not only for a short term, but it has to be sustainable. And whoever involved in this sector must be able to support their families and also to enjoy certain level of income. Not like what we are experiencing now. A lot of smallholders are having what we call a trap at the low income category of people. ASF 23 is promoting good agriculture practices. In Malaysia, we call it MyGAP, Malaysia Gap, Good Agriculture Practices. And we add there, together with government agencies involved, PF, pesticide-free activities, as much as possible. Under this MyGAP, pesticide-free, we are promoting what we call integrated pest management or IPM technology or technique to produce pesticide-free agriculture produce for domestic as well as for markets. So if you look at the policy of the government of Malaysia, we are trying to promote, number one, technology application for this sector. Number two, to get the private sector to get interested in investing in the sector. Number three, to produce or to promote import substitution, because we are importing too much food. You know, while we have a lot of empty land and a lot of people interested to do it. And number four, to export. And we believe, like commodity, palm oil and rubber and whatnot, Malaysia also can be net exporter of vegetable, fruits, and the rest. There's no reason why not. We are larger than Holland, Bram, and Holland can be one of the major suppliers of food to the world. Why not Malaysia? Yeah. Palm oil, we are number one in the world, used to be, Singapore, now Indonesia. Natural rubber, we used to be number one. I don't see why a food item, Malaysia, could not be the number one. This event provides opportunities for lowland and small-holding farming activities through knowledge sharing. We started this morning already from 9 o'clock. And skill development, or some people call it capacity building for the farmers, to attract private investment, technology providers, young agripreneurs, traders, and other stakeholders who are interested to be given the opportunities in the entire value chain of agriculture sector as their future career path with high income and sustainable business for generations to come. ASF 23, providing end-to-end solution that farmers are facing in addressing the challenges. This is perennial problem among all farmers. I'm not sure about all over the world, but for Malaysia, these are some of the challenges or the main challenges that they are facing. Number one, lack of proper training and education in modern and smart farming. Lack of exposure to this kind of latest development for training and education. It had to start from training and education. Number two, limited access to latest technology in agriculture. We heard about it, we have seen it in the video, we've seen it in the movie and many others, but somehow we have limited access to it. So this is the reason why ASF 23 is being mooted. Number three, the difficulty of getting financial assistance. The government announced a lot of assistance, financial assistance, subsidies, incentives for this sector. But somehow, if you go to the ground, you go to the farmers, especially the smallholders, they still say they have difficulties of having access to the funding, to the assistance that the government are giving. Another issue is about risk management. Yeah, as you know, agriculture is business. It's not a hobby. It's not a part-time job. It's a real business, just like any other manufacturing, semiconducting business, or oil and gas, and they are just like that. So risk management need to be addressed, and we need a lot of advisory services. We need consultants, we need advisory experts, domestic or foreign. Another issue is about heavy dependence on chemical pesticides and high cost of farming. I'm not saying that, 100%, without all this effective solution, but we have to ensure that we are not over-dependent, because there are a lot of implications if we are not careful with that. Another important issue for Malaysian farmers, especially the smallholders, is limited access to market. Yeah, there's a survey done by, I think, the Central Bank of Malaysia. They see a lot of SMEs, including agriculture farmers. They are just doing their business, 60-70% of them, and they are not focusing on market. They leave it market to other people. They don't care. The price, the supply, the logistic issue. So another important element for Malaysian scenario for this agriculture sector is inefficient logistic services in the country. So if you want to be an exporter, or the government is trying to promote what we call global competitiveness for our business community, logistic is one of the most important elements that we have to address. Yeah? This is end-to-end solution. If you are efficient at your farm, but to bring it to the port, to export to Singapore, for example, or the trucking facilities, or the licensing requirement takes time and costly and difficult and takes so much waiting time and all that, so you become uncompetitive at the end of the day. So this is what we are trying to put together, and we are people who are interested to provide warehousing, trucking facilities, cold chain, air freight facilities for fruit exporters, for flowers exporters and all that. Many other challenges that we are facing, but these are the major ones, and we hope that through this kind of event, we could put together some solution for everyone. The event also provides, I think Mr. Ravi already mentioned about B2B matching, business to business matching. This is another important one. We cannot just do ourselves without sharing information and also doing together, collaborating or coalition with other people. Yeah? So for industry players, this will attract investors because this will facilitate they will ensure that they are successful in their investment. The latest technology, I think we have heard this morning also from one of the presenters about plant-based food. This is the future of food industry. Nestle, one of the largest multinational companies, are talking about investing big time in Selangor, in Malaysia, to produce plant-based food, like cheese and all that. It's no more animal-based or milk-based, but plant-based. So many other vegan, vegetarian, and all that. So these are the future farming prospects. Yeah. The government, in its national food security strategies, is focusing on self-sufficiency level. Import substitution, I already mentioned, to address the food trade deficit, very big, very serious issue. We import all the time, yeah. As well as some people say that Malaysia become, like any people can sell anything in Malaysia, but we are not able to participate in other opportunities in other countries. Yeah? I'm sure some of you are well aware about what we call free trade agreement. The government entered so many free trade agreements in the region and also globally, with China, with India involved, Australia, New Zealand, Korea, Japan, ASEAN, We are talking to Europe, we used to talk to US and whatnot. So these are all opportunities. But until and unless you are competitive, as I said, earlier, you are not able to seize those opportunities that the government have opened up for us. So this we believe that technology, the common denominator is technology and training and knowledge in order to enjoy those market openings or market access. Allow me to recognize the great contribution and support that we receive from ministries. I have already mentioned in my beginning just now. And we hope that this is not a one-off support from you all. Please stay with us. Please support us. My team with Tan Sri Syed and Ravi's team, and also the others, we are thinking of having this annual basis, yeah, because this is regional. We call it Asia,